What's going on, everyone? Happy Sunday. Hopefully everyone is doing well and having a great day so far. It is time now for the Sunday weather update for Sunday, December 22nd, 2024. If you're new to my channel, welcome to my channel. You clicked onto the channel where I give weather updates for the United States, including winter weather, severe weather, tropical weather, extreme heat, extreme cold, and pretty much everything else in between. Today we are going to talk about the weather for the upcoming Christmas week, including the all-important Christmas Eve and Christmas Day forecast for when Santa Claus is going to be coming and maybe landing on your rooftop. Alrighty, so if you're new here, subscribe down below. Give this a thumbs up if you like the video. Hit that notification bell. Share this video with anyone you know. And of course, leave your comments down below. Starting off with the national satellite picture, we see things are quiet in the east, but it is very cold in the east. In the west, things are rather active. In the Midwest, upper Midwest, we will be watching a Clipper system, which is going to enter the picture tonight into tomorrow, and that will come into the Northeast. And yes, some places will have a white Christmas this year. Taking a look at what is going on with the current radar picture, we do see in North Dakota there is some precipitation. That is in the form of snow. On the west coast, we do have mountain snows and lower elevation rains. And we're going to see a lot of systems throughout the week. And it is going to be a rather unsettled week in the Midwest. Down in the southeast, all is quiet right now, but there will be some weather systems to track for you as we go through the week. Winter weather advisories are up for the Great Lakes and portions of the northern plains, and we may see more winter weather advisories pop up in the Northeast as we head into the overnight and tomorrow morning. There already are some, but it wouldn't surprise me if we see more pop up with this Clipper system that is going to move across the Great Lakes tomorrow. Taking a look at the West Coast, we do see there are winter weather advisories for portions of California. Storm Prediction Center, all is quiet until we get to Tuesday. There is the marginal risk of severe weather across portions of Texas. This does include Austin and Houston. San Antonio are just outside of the risk, and the risk is south of Dallas at this time. But that's the first of several potential severe weather days. That one's just a marginal. There's another one that's more significant later in the week. I'll show you that on the computer models. Taking a look at the Weather Prediction Center fronts, and we do see there is a front that is moving into the west coast. We also do see precipitation will get a little more organized across the Great Lakes early tomorrow morning. Rainfall is going to continue on the west coast right into the first part of tomorrow morning. You can see California, another round of precipitation tomorrow morning. And hey, Michigan, you're going to see some steady snows tomorrow. You could see a few inches of snow, and places just to the northeast of Chicago, maybe including Detroit. Some of this could be in the form of mixed precipitation. There's that next system in California, and we can see that really gets going tomorrow night. And also tomorrow night, we do see there will be some snow in the northeast, and maybe even places like New York and Philadelphia see just a touch of snow on Christmas Eve. The better chance is likely north of New York into New England, Albany, Boston. Yes, you could see a couple inches of snow just in time for Christmas, and I do think you will have a white Christmas. There will also be a white Christmas in the Rocky Mountains, and if that snow hangs around on the ground in Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, you as well would see a white Christmas. Christmas Eve also features another storm system in the Pacific Northwest. We'll try to clear that one in time for Christmas Day, but as fast as that one moves through, take a look. There's yet another storm system already entering the picture. Lower elevation rains and higher elevation snows. I'll tell you what, by the end of this upcoming week, the mountains in the Pacific Northwest could have several feet of snow, and well, the lower elevations could see several inches of rain. Matter of fact, more than half a foot of rain in some places. Take a look on Thursday. We do see an active day across portions of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. That is something we will have to keep our eyes on. Then that system will move to the east as we head towards Friday, and there could be some showers in the Ohio Valley and showers along the Gulf Coast region as well, especially next weekend, and that system will eventually make its way into the east before yet again, another system in the Pacific Northwest. Take a look at precipitation totals over the next 7 days in the Northwest. Yes, those are 5 to 7 inch precipitation amounts. Even locally, 10 plus inches is now showing up on this map. And it's not from just one system. It's spread out throughout the week, which that's good for the flooding potential. But at the same time, when you're talking that much rainfall, once we get through a few of these systems, the water levels in the creeks and streams, they're really going to start going up. Mudslides could potentially happen next weekend because your ground can only handle so much, even if it's spread out throughout a week. That is a lot of rainfall from all these different systems, and you're not talking about very long laws in between systems. At times, it could be just a 12-hour period before the next system comes. A true atmospheric river event. The central portion of the country, in the Mid-South, from Texas through Arkansas, that's where the bullseye is, Arkansas, up into Missouri, Illinois, western Tennessee, western Kentucky, northwest Mississippi, Oklahoma. We're talking a very wet pattern for you. Alright, I have to show you a couple things on the HRRR model. First off, let's take a look at the Clipper system. And we can see, currently, there is some mixed precipitation ongoing in North Dakota. Ice, even a few snowflakes. The HRRR is pinpointing more so ice at the moment. We can see the precipitation does blossom more with this system tomorrow. Michigan, a few inches of snow are likely for you. Wouldn't be surprised if an isolated area gets as high as 4 inches of snow. And then this snow will make its way into the northeast. We do see some showers tomorrow evening across portions of South Carolina. Heavy rainfall in the Pacific Northwest. As I advance this even further, you can see there is a strip of snow that will move through Pennsylvania. And yes, even Philadelphia could at least see some snow showers if it coats the ground and stays through Christmas Day. That would technically be a white Christmas. We also do see across Texas and Oklahoma, some showers do break out on Tuesday, and some of that could be in the form of thunderstorms. Now let's take a look at the temperatures on the HRRR model, because this is really impressive. The temperatures in the Northeast are really going to plunge tonight, especially in places with snow cover. You can see here, as I advance this, take a look at some of these temperatures. Yes, matter of fact, let's go to the Northeast view. And we are talking about temperatures that will get below 0 in portions of New York State, even places like Philadelphia. Take a look at this. You're seeing 9. Just north of there in the Pocono Mountains, you're seeing 2 degrees at best. And even Vermont does get below 0. Factor in wind chills. Wind chills are going to go below 0 in portions of the Northeast. A very cold start to your Monday. And things will warm up some. But you can see Philadelphia, New York, Boston. Highs don't even get out of the 20s. So yes, another very cold day tomorrow. Of course, if you're someone who likes to do winter sports, skiing, or ice fishing, you do kind of like this weather because, number one, if you're ice fishermen, you need the lakes to freeze up. But I don't recommend going on the lakes just yet. Trust me, they are not safe. You may see a thin layer of ice. Don't go out there on that. I've already read some reports where there's 2 to 2.5 inches of ice at some lakes in upstate Pennsylvania. Yeah, that's not safe. People who are fishing on that, you're asking for trouble. Alright, taking a look at the NAM model, and we'll run this through its entire run. You can see the system that is moving on tonight in the West Coast, that will continue. Then you do get a lull tomorrow before another storm system does move in on Tuesday. Here's the storm system that will come through the Northeast, that Clipper system. Let's take a look at the NAM total snowfall amounts. And you can see here, locally, up to 4 inches in northern Michigan. And in fact, this is actually going a little bit higher than that with a couple 5+ inch areas. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that. Taking a look now back at the simulated radar, we can see mountain snows in the West Coast. And then as we head to Christmas Day, Seattle, it is going to be a very wet Christmas for you. It's also going to be a wet Christmas in Oregon as well. And that storm system will continue to come onshore as we head through the week. Now, reversing this real quickly, take a look here on Tuesday night, Christmas Eve. Around the Dallas area, this is showing some thunderstorm activity for you. It's a little bit north of the Storm Prediction Center, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that. Taking a look at the GFS, and we're going to run this into next weekend. You can see pretty much the same old song and dance on the West Coast. As we head into Thursday, we need to keep our eyes on from about central Texas on up into Oklahoma. This is the potential for thunderstorms, and I do want to show you the potential dew points. Take a look at this. You're seeing dew points that get into the mid to upper 60s in Texas and near 60 in Oklahoma. That would support some thunderstorm activity. It wouldn't support much in the way of instability in Oklahoma, but in Texas it does. And you're seeing Cape values as high as 1,500. And I'm telling you, that could potentially support a little bit of severe weather. Maybe even an isolated tornado-warned storm would not surprise me with this. So we'll really have to keep an eye on that. The other thing we have to keep an eye on is there could potentially be some heavy rainfall with that as well. As we head into next weekend, take a look at this little feature around Florida. And you can see it's showing up a little bit better on the most recent GFS run. That could be a heavy rainfall maker that last Friday into next Saturday, and then next Saturday evening. Yet again, another severe thunderstorm potential. This time Arkansas in the portions of Louisiana, northern Louisiana, and portions of northwest Mississippi. And of course, take a look at the West Coast. Yeah, right on through all of next weekend. Another stormy setup. And you can see that little system that provided some severe weather for Arkansas. That then does translate to a storm system off the South Carolina coast. And that could provide showers for you for several days. Temperatures in the east will moderate, and it is going to be warmer even on Christmas in the northeast. It's not going to be as cold as this weekend, but we'll have to watch as we head towards the new year. That's when things could start to get cold. Once again, the pattern could get active, and there could be a few snow threats as we head into the new year. That's what takes me over to the latest run of the European Ensemble, EPS, Ensemble Prediction System. And you can see, here's the warm-up that comes on Christmas in the east. A lot of the country is going to warm up. Not so much in the northwest, not so much in the Four Corners region. All those systems are going to result in below average temperatures for you, but you can see here, as we head through the week, the east is relatively mild. Above average temperatures. It's going to be a ridge, but once we get to about New Year's, watch what happens here. Starting to see some blues show up. That's the potential for a colder pattern as we head into the new year, and it could be an active pattern. There could be maybe some snow chances in the east, so we'll have to keep our eyes on that. Climate Prediction Center, here we go. 6 to 10 day precipitation outlook. Generally above average in the northern states from the Pacific Northwest to east of the Mississippi and down through about Florida. Below average precipitation in the southwest. Temperatures above average across the entire country. And 8 to 14 day temperature outlook does show temperatures will be above average in the northeast, near normal to slightly below average in the southeast, near normal in the northwest, and on the southwest, slightly above average temperatures. Again, I think as next couple of days, we'll see this map start to change and start to show colder temperatures once again. Slightly above average precipitation in the northern states, slightly below average in the southern states, and maybe at that point, finally things will dry out in the northwest after what will be a very wet and stormy stretch with an atmospheric river. Alrighty, weather in a nutshell. There will be some snow on Christmas Eve in the Northeast. I think several places in the Northeast will see a white Christmas. If you're in the Rocky Mountains, it's a white Christmas for you. Then, as we head beyond Christmas, we'll have to keep our eyes on that severe storm threat for Texas and Oklahoma. And, of course, we will also be keeping an eye on all the precipitation in the West Coast, the mountain snows. Yes, by the time we get to the end of the week, I think there could be some mudslide issues, some flooding issues, just because the ground can only handle so much precipitation. So, basically, it is looking to be a rather active pattern in more places than one, and Christmas Day itself does look like a decent day in the East. It's looking like a Christmas Eve. If you're in the East, things will be okay for Santa Claus. Santa Claus will run into some trouble in the Pacific Northwest with all that rainfall. I hope he packs an umbrella with him, and he will need Rudolph to guide him through that storm system out there. That does it for today's weather update. We'll have another one as needed, maybe again either tomorrow or Christmas Eve. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you're new. Hit that notification bell. Share this video with anyone you know. And leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching. Have a fantastic Sunday evening.